Hello everyone, my name is Love Chisom. If this is your first time of coming across my video, you are welcome. Please subscribe to my channel, click on the notification bell to be notified whenever I upload a new video. So on today's video, we'll be making a female shirt with collar. So as you can see there, I'm showing you with my tape. This particular place that I'm folding, I went in by 2 inches and I drew a straight line from top to the bottom of the paper, and I fold it inside as you can see me doing. And the first line you are seeing on top there, the first pencil line there, is our starting point. That is where we will be starting. Okay, and I've drawn my lines out. So this is my bust point, my waistline, and my shirt length. Okay, that is my shirt length. I'm labeling it now, shirt length. So right here, we'll be marking our neck width, which is 2.5 inches that I made use of here. It's supposed to be 3 inches, but I made use of 2.5. By the time I sew, I will be having my 3 inches complete. So right here, I'm measuring my shoulder, which is 9 inches. And I will come by my neck depth of 3 inches. And on my shoulder, I will go down by 1 inch for my shoulder slant. So what reason I make use of 2.5 inches on my neck width here is because sometimes when you sew it to some people, it may turn out being wider. So instead of that, to avoid those problems, just make it 2.5. By the time you sew, you have your normal neckline, neck round. So here I came down by 9 inches for my shoulder, for my armhole, for my arm opening. So I mark the same 9 inches to make sure I get the accurate line here. The same 9 inches I mark on my shoulder, I put it here just to get the line straight. So I'll divide my armhole into 2. What I have here, I'll divide it into 2. I will go in by 1/2 inch. And I will use my curve ruler to curve it. This is my armhole. This is our front piece. We are cutting out the front piece. So the 2 inches I went in with is our buttonhole allowance. Okay, this is our front piece, please. So right here, I'm marking my bust divide by 4 plus 2 inches allowance, waist divide by 4 plus 2 inches allowance, and here on my shirt length, I will be marking my hip measurement divide by 4 plus 2 inches allowance. So and I will use my ruler to curve, to join the points together. To join the points together. So from my waist to my hip, you see how I turn my ruler, right? Turn your own like that, so that it will give you a perfect shape. So this is our front measurement. This is our front piece. So right here on my shoulder, I've marked out. I will use my marker to bring out the line so that you will see it very well. Okay, right here on my shoulder, I'm going to come down by 1 inch. Just watch what I am doing here. Pay very good attention here. You draw a straight line, okay? And I'll cut it out. Okay, look at the neck very well. If your own is not like that, please know that something is wrong. Okay, so you will cut out the 1 inch there. Now we are going to place our paper again for our back. This is for the back of the shirt. I'm going to come down. I've drawn out my lines, my bust point, waistline, and shirt length. So right here, I'm trying to put my normal measurements, my neck width and my neck depth, my shoulder. So I'm trying to draw my shoulder slant here. Okay, I'm just doing the normal thing here. Just the difference is that there is no allowance again on the front. So it's just, there is no button allowance on it. So right here, I will divide my bust by 4 plus 2 inches allowance. I'll also do the same thing on my waist. So I'm just doing everything I did on the front, I am repeating it here. That is what I'm doing. Okay, that is what I'm doing. The difference is that I did not fold in 2 inches for my button allowance. This is the back. Okay, I divided my armhole into 2. Whatever I have there, I divided it into 2. Now here, this is the back. So instead of you to go in by half an inch, you can go in by 2/8. That is 1/4, abi? That is what it's called. 2/8. That is, it will not be up to half an inch. Now you curve, okay, because it's the back. So look at it here. So now you start putting your bust measurements. That is body circumference. Bust divide by 4 plus 2 inches allowance. Your waist divide by 4 here plus 2 inches allowance. The same thing on the shirt length. Your hip divide by 4 plus 2 inches allowance. So now I'm going to use my ruler to join the points together. Join the whole points. So now pay attention here, please. I'll come down by 1 inch for my neck depth for the back. 1 inch. I made it of 1 inch. So please, you are going to pay very good attention here. That's 1 inch that we went down with. Remember, we minus 1 inch at the front. Now you are going to go up by 1 inch. We are going to replace it here. Okay, that is the magic. We're going to replace it here. So now we are going to curve this way. So that is it. Now we are going to cut out our pattern. I've used my marker to drag them out again, make it more visible. So this is our new shoulder line. I'm just cancelling the other one. So the one I mark good is where you cut from. Right now I've cut them out. So this is the front and this is the back. So look at it. When you open your own after cutting and the front neck does not look like this, please, something is wrong. So I've cut them out on the fabric. This is how it will be looking by the time you cut it out. Now I'm going to unpin. I will remove the pins and I will show you how to sew it. We start sewing, okay? So here at the length of the paper, the shirt, the downside of the shirt, I went up by 3 inches and I curve it. Please, I did not show it on camera. I'm sorry for that. Go up by 3 inches and you make a curve if you want your shirt to have that curvy look. Okay, so now this is the back. I'm going to place the front side facing front side. The 2 pieces front, I'm going to place them and you join the shoulder. So after this is it, you join the shoulder. So after joining the shoulder, this is what you will have. Now that 1 inch that we minus from the front piece, you are going to drag it down. Look at it, just watch what I am doing. This is our shoulder. Now you are going to pull it down. Make sure it's up to 1 inch. That's 1 inch you iron. That will be our new shoulder. Okay, by the time you wear your clothes, you see that it will balance. Your shoulder will still be on your shoulder. This is the magic. So this is it. So this is it. I will open it up now to show you. So this is our shoulder line. By the time you join it, iron it, then you bring it down this way. Make sure it's up to 1 inch. Measure your 1 inch, then you iron. So that is the magic here. So after that, we are going to cut out our collar. So we are going to fold it in. Sorry for that. You are going to fold it in. Go to your ironing table, fold it this way. Make use of your hemming gum or your sewing machine. Your 2 inches for button allowance, you are going to fold it. Okay, give it a neat finishing. I will go and fold mine, then I will show you. So look at it. I've folded mine. Look at it, I've folded mine. So now it's time to cut out that remaining pieces there. Reason for that, for cutting this shirt this way, is that, but no, if you do not cut it this way, by the time you will fold it, see that the upper side will be shorter. When you fold it, the folding will not be complete at the neck. I don't know if you have experienced it before. I've experienced it those sides. That is why I'm telling you now. So you cut it out. Now you're going to measure your round neck for your collar. Measure what you have here. Please, when you measure, me, I used to measure 2 or 3 times just to be sure, get the accurate measurement. So now we are going to cut out our collar. So fold your paper this way. You fold your paper this way. You are going to measure, mark whatever you have on your round neck. You are going to divide it into 2. Mine was 15.3. So I divided into 2 and I mark it here. I went down by 1.5. Look at it. You know our paper is on fold. That is the reason why you divide it into 2. So I went in by 1.5. Watch closely what I am doing. 1.5. So just to be sure, I marked there and I blend. So now for your collar stand, Abby, yes, you are going to go up by 2.5. I made use of 2.5. By the time I'm done sewing, I'll be having like 1.5 or 2 inches. So go up by 2.5. I will be having 2 inches. Now you are going to blend it. You are going to mark it. So now you from the small parts, now just watch what I am doing here. You are going to go in by 1 inch. Now you are going to mark. Just mark it this way. See how I'm curving it. You can leave it like this, so depends on your choice, if you like, if you want, but I like it curvy. Okay, now from the place you stopped your curve, you're going to mark your line this way. So this is your collar stand. This is your collar stand. I don't know, I can't remember. Please just cut your collar. So now if you want to shape it, if you want to give it that curve at the upper side, now you curve it this way. But this one I'm not going to curve it, make it curvy. So I'll just cut it from the first line that I marked. So this is it. By the time you cut it out, you see how it will be looking. So this is it. By the time you sew, just make it equal. It's not aligning here. So now I've cut it out on my fabric. I'm going to unpin, then I'll show you how to sew it. So now you're going to open it this way. I've also cut out the collar stay. I'm trying to find the place that have gum. Now pick up one of this, you place it. Place the back on the gum, the place that have gum. Now also do the same thing on this one. You place it. Now take it to my ironing table and I will iron it. Okay, I've ironed it, and this is how to sew it. Just bring one of the one, or you did not put gum. Now you're going to sew this way. You see my hand now. that place that is pointy, that is how you will sew, because that is the up side. Now this is how to, I've sewn it and I've ironed it. Look at it here. Now I'm going to fold it into two, and I will notch. I will also do the same thing on this one. I'll fold it into two and I will notch. So now this is how to sew it. You're going to place the one of this, put this one, make sure the notches are matching. You're also going to place this one on top. The one that does not have gum, you're going to place it on top. Now pin it. I'm trying to pin it because you know this collar stay made it strong. So when you pin it, now watch how you're going to sew. You're going to sew like this, like this, like this. Just sew this way, okay? And you're going to turn it out and iron. So I've turned my own out and I've ironed it. Now I'm going to show you how to fix it on your shirts. So by the time you fold it this way, now look at it, see how it will be looking. It will be looking this way. Can you see it? So now we are going to fix it on our shirts. Hold the neck of your shirt into two, fold it into two like this. Then you notch the center. Notch the center. So now, after notching the center, you pick up the collar. Then make sure the two notches are matching. So you're going to pick the place that you're also going to notch the collar. You pick the place that have collar, that have gum, please. I made a mistake. I picked the place that does not have gum. So watch here. You pick the place that have gum, match the notches, and then you pin. You pin it round this way. You're also going to pin this way. Then you're going to sew. So after sewing, this is what it will look like. Just watch it, and now let me show you how to top stitch. Now you're going to fold it. Look at it. Fold it in, then you top stitch. Fold it this way, this way, this way. Then you top stitch. So that is all. Then the next thing is to put your sleeve. Okay, look at mine. I fixed my sleeve, and this is the result. Can you see my collar standing well? And my sleeve. Just fold the hem of the shirt, and that is all. Thank you for watching. So this is the final results. Please subscribe, like, and drop your comments, okay? So this is it. I'll put my buttons, and that's all. See you in my next one. Bye.